Hi, welcome to WoW Express Recap. An orphan boy, who was raised by dolphins, must join forces with the sea creatures to defeat a great enemy. Today we will recap the story of the 2022 movie Dolphin Boy. A small dolphin is venturing out into the ocean when he is surprised by the arrival of a scary octopus that starts chasing him. The creature tries to surround the pup, but Snowball is running out of air and needs to swim to the surface to breathe as he tries to escape. He is captured by Octopus, but the evil creature decides to run away when he sees the mother of the cub approaching. In an attempt to get rid of Nana, the octopus destroys a chain, causing numerous metal pipes to fall on the pair. After swimming through one of the tubes, Nana manages to save her puppy but ends up getting stuck because the opening is too small for her to pass through. Running out of air, Snowball tries to swim to the surface but is again prevented from doing so by Octopus, who insists on capturing the cub in the end. However, it is he who is captured by debris falling from the sky. Minutes later, Nana manages to free herself and goes to meet her son, who reveals that he has found a mysterious creature in the ocean. Nana realizes that the baby needs air and takes him for a breather. Snowball then introduces the boy to his friends and they all try to figure out what kind of animal he is, as it does not have scales. The creature cannot be considered a fish or even a crustacean, as it does not have a shell. From time to time, Snowball needs to bring the baby to the surface and decides to enlist the help of the elderly turtle to find out if he is dangerous. However, it doesn't take long before Dolphin Boy wins the sea turtle's heart, and she states that the boy is welcome to live on that reef. In the first few weeks, Nana feels lost, as she does not know how to take care of this new baby. Snowball takes it upon himself to teach his little brother everything he needs to know to live in the ocean. The duo is always getting into trouble during their adventures, and Nana is always there to protect her puppies. As the years go by, Snowball and Dolphin Boy become more and more inseparable, and Dolphin Boy's mother feels proud as she realizes that her youngest is becoming more and more independent now that he is older. The boy begins to wonder why he is so different from his family, and Snowball decides to tell him the truth when he discovers that he is not a dolphin. Dolphin Boy is not surprised, and his brother says that he found him inside a giant shell. The duo then decides to go there, but must be careful not to be discovered, for that is a forbidden area of the ocean. When he finds the ship, the boy decides to open it and goes inside in order to find out what is inside. At that moment, a creature takes the opportunity to escape from that place. The place is dark and filled with fluorescent plankton. After tasting the food, Snowball claims that those green things are delicious. The pair are already on their way out when Dolphin Boy spots a necklace with a picture on it and decides to take it with him, as it is the first time the boy has seen a similar creature. The next morning, Nana arrives at her nest and spots the two brothers. She then slowly approaches them, and after overhearing a conversation between them, discovers that her sons have gone to venture into the restricted area. Dolphin gets upset with Snowball for revealing the truth to Dolphin Boy, and the boy claims to be disappointed in his mother since she hid it for so long. The boy believed he was a defective animal since he was the only one of his kind, but now that he has discovered the truth, he wants to know where he came from. Dolphin Boy decides to return to the place where he was found, and his brother accompanies him. They were about to enter the wreckage of the plane once again, but Nana shows up and offers to go investigate in her son's place. Suddenly, giant tentacles emerge from the depths and attack the dolphin. Seeing his mother in danger, Dolphin Boy tries to open the ship and find a way out for her. However, the boy loses his breath and faints. Nana then orders Snowball to take her brother to the surface and not let anything bad happen to him. After helping the boy recover, the cub goes to the old man and asks for his help in saving his mother. However, the other residents of the reef approach and begin to accuse the youngster, calling him irresponsible for breaking the rules. Just then, Octopus approaches, and when he discovers that it was he who imprisoned Nana, Snowball attacks him but is thrown against the rocks. While Dolphin Boy helps his brother recover, the octopus releases his toxic ink all over the reef and reveals that the Black Valley, which is in the restricted zone, was his only shelter for several years. Octopus says that when the aircraft crashed into the sea, he was trapped inside, and in order not to starve to death, the octopus had to feed on the plankton that live in abundance there. Thanks to this, he grew unbridled and became stronger than any other creature of his kind. The monster was trapped in the ship until Dolphin Boy appeared and opened a passage. In this way, he was able to escape. Determined to fix his mistake, the boy takes a stick to attack his enemy and hides in order to take him by surprise. Meanwhile, Snowball uses his own body to distract him and plans to get revenge on the octopus for imprisoning his mother on the ship, but ends up being captured by him. Just then, Dolphin Boy approaches and bites the enemy. He then tries to attack him but is also captured. Looking at the boy, Octopus soon realizes that he doesn't belong there, and when he sees a fishing net approaching, he orders his new minions to have the boy taken away. Hours later, the fisherman takes the boy to the beach and hands him over to Captain Marveled, who, looking at the necklace around his neck, soon recognizes the woman in the photo. When Dolphin Boy wakes up, he is startled to see another human nearby and crawls to try to escape without waking him. However, his secret mission goes awry when the boy finds the lunch that the captain has prepared for him. When Merved wakes up, he tries to stop Dolphin Boy from escaping, but he makes it to the beach and crawls across the sand until he finds a dolphin graveyard. Seagulls fly around the lifeless bodies of the animals, and the boy is distraught to see his brother stranded on the sand. Luckily, Snowball is still alive and tells how he was captured by the network of his own free will because he did not want to lose his younger brother. After they embrace, the youngsters begin to think of a plan to get the dolphin back to the ocean. They cry over Nana's death, and finally it dawns on them that they lost their mother that day. Moved by the situation, Rivera decides to help them. The man is amazed to see Dolphin Boy communicating with a dolphin and pulls the animal by the tail until it is able to return to the ocean. When they are in the water, the captain claims to know the boy's mother and says he can take him to her. Heartbroken, the boy says goodbye to Snowball and says he needs to meet his mother before he leaves. However, Dolphin Boy promises that he will be back very soon. The next morning when he wakes up, the boy tries to walk around his room, but he falls down and has to crawl to the exit. However, he soon realizes that he is locked in that place. Outside is Captain Rivera's wife and the daughter. Upon hearing the little girl call her mother, Dolphin Boy begins to imagine that this woman could also be his mother, and after breaking free begins to pursue her. While running through the market, the boy hears a call for help coming from one of the stalls and decides to help a small fish from its cruel fate. The cook catches the boy red-handed, and numerous merchants band together to pursue him in the hope of getting the stolen goods back. As he approaches the sea, the boy is surrounded, and then he throws the aquarium into the ocean. At this point, the poor fish is overjoyed, believing that he has achieved his long-dreamed freedom, but the truth is that he is still trapped in his aquarium. That same day, the captain goes to Majid's bar and tells him that he has found a boy who can communicate with dolphins. To find out if Merverid is telling the truth, the man informs him that he will enter the boy in a diving competition because if he is able to communicate with sea animals, he can win the contest easily. Just then, the captain's wife enters the bar, and soon after, some disgruntled residents show up saying that Dolphin Boy has just ransacked the supermarket. The couple then decide to take the boy to their home and, after bathing him, teach him what he needs to know to live in human society. A few days later, Merverid takes the boy for a ride on his boat, and Dolphin Boy is able to meet his brother again. During the dive, the pair spots the old fisherman looking for something lost at the bottom of the sea, but does not understand what he plans to find. One day during sunset, the captain asks the boy to help him win the competition. In this way, he can buy a new ship and take Dolphin Boy to the island where his mother is. Upon hearing this, the boy will ask his brother to help him train him in order to win this competition. When the big day arrives, while sailing across the ocean, the pair is teased by Majid's men, who taunt their small boat. However, they are not intimidated and carefully watch Dolphin Boy's opponents in action. The divers are already in position, and the boy is the last to jump into the water. Upon reaching the bottom of the ocean, the boy hitches a ride with his brother and ends up losing his necklace on the way. At this time, the old fisherman, who is also diving there, decides to pick up the object. It is not long before Magic's first diver returns with the numerous treasures he has found, but Marvera does not worried, as he is confident in the boy's performance. Minutes later, the competition comes to an end, and the boy climbs into the boat with the items he has collected. Seeing the small number of shells, the captain is disappointed and accepts his defeat. In contrast, Majid is excited to have won his victory and returns to shore. However, it doesn't take long before Marvarid realizes that all the oysters are filled with pearls, and he is very excited to realize that he has just become a rich man. Suddenly, the boat they are on is attacked, and the captain is hit on the head. The pair is then dragged into the middle of the ocean, and when he wakes up, Mervera discovers that he has been captured by a band of pirates who plan to steal his pearls. Luckily, the man swallowed them before passing out, which makes it impossible for the treasure to be stolen. So the women order the captain to eat fruit to get the pearls out of him. Otherwise, they will have to tear his stomach to get him out. The first alternative seems to be the most sensible choice. Some Merverid devours dozens of fruits. Then the women begin to celebrate, and the captain decides to join them in the celebration. Meanwhile, Dolphin Boy spots a shark on the boat that has been captured and decides to help him get back out to sea. Excited by the music, Merverid starts singing, and the women decide to tie him up again because he shouldn't know those lyrics. They then decide to take the man to their leader, and after a long journey, they arrive on a mysterious island. What the sailors didn't realize is that the old fisherman has managed to follow them and is right behind him as he walks Through that place blindfolded Mervarid asks if he has been taken to Red Island, and states that he has been there before. After entering a cave they arrive at the hiding place of Granny Sa, who recognizes Captain Rivera immediately. The old lady recalls that the man left 10 years ago and asks what he has been doing all this time. Sa says that it was extremely difficult to take care of Nahid alone and that she cried for all those years. According to the elderly woman, her tears are very powerful to the point of being considered a miraculous medicine. Nahid is unconscious floating in a small lake when she is found by her son, and the boy is thrilled to see his mother for the first time that night in front of a fire. Grandma Sa tells the boy that his mother was taken to the island after Mervara had rescued her from the sea. The woman was delirious and kept talking all the time about her child, which she entrusted to a dolphin. At the moment the plain dolphin boy and his mother were in crash. Mervarid had to jump into the sea as his ship was destroyed. After this the captain was left without a ship, and because of this was unable to return to the island. Granny Sa then decides to tell the truth and says that it is unlikely that Nahid will ever get better, but in his body lies the antidote that neutralizes any poison. At that moment the old fisherman reveals his presence and says that he does not want to confront them. He tells them that he has been searching for this antidote for many years, which is why he keeps diving in the vicinity of where the plane crash happened. After observing the boy, the man has come to the conclusion that only he and his dolphin brother are capable of reaching the place where this antidote is hidden. Upon hearing this, dolphin boy quickly offers to help, but Grandma Sa does not want to put the boy's life at risk. However, the boy is willing to risk himself to save his mother, and while everyone is sleeping he invites the fishermen to start the mission. When they arrive at the crash site, Snowball takes his brother to the ship so they can search for the cure. The pair then enter the glowing cave and are surprised by a crab in his legion of minions who begin to corner them. Dolphin boy asks why the demented creature considers himself the head of that group, and he justifies it by saying that he is the only one with a modified shell. However, his charade is unmasked when the boy steals his shell and throws it away, saying that whoever manages to catch it will be the next leader. In this way the pair manages to make room to continue their journey and unexpectedly find the elderly turtle in a deplorable situation. The animal explains that the ink released by the octopus has turned all his friends into zombie minions. To prevent this from happening to them too, the two brothers must not breathe in that smoke. The pairs sneak past octopus unnoticed and make it to the aircraft. Minutes later, dolphin boy returns to the surface with the bottle in hand and delivers the medicine to the fisherman. In that instant he discovers that he has been deceived for all this time, for that man is in fact an imposter. With the help of his brother, the boy jumps into the boat and attacks his enemy, but the evil manages to get rid of him, and before fleeing decides to tell the truth about his parents. He says that for several years the boy's parents tested that substance on laboratory fish. The imposter also worked on the creation of that remedy, and together with the couple started making money from marketing it. However, when modified, the compound was capable of causing the fish to become aggressive, and dolphin boy's father was a victim of this. Then, in order to prevent more people from being killed, the boy's mother decided to run away with the formula to ensure that the substance would not disappear forever. The man decided to intervene and cause the plane to crash. Upon discovering the truth, the boy despairs and does not even notice the moment when the enemy spills the compound into the water. His goal is to control the giant octopus and make it your lackey. The creature attacks the boat dolphin boy is on, but he manages to escape. Then the traitor tries to shoot him, but Snowball saves his brother and runs away. On the way, the dolphin ends up ingesting a small amount of ink and soon begins to get sick. On Red Island, Grandmother and her group have already realized what has happened and are thinking of a way to rescue the boy when unexpectedly he appears with his brother. The dolphin was already accepting his sad fate when Za asks him to drink Nahid's tears, and immediately Snowball is cured. In order to undo the effect of the black cloud produced by octopus, Grandma Sa orders them to release all the tears produced by Nahid in the last 10 years. Next, Dolphin Boy and his brother go looking for reinforcements for the battle. Captain Marvelid intends to help him, so the women lend him their ship so he can fight. However, the ship is out of fuel, but the problem is about to be solved as his wife approaches the island. Meanwhile, Dolphin Boy has already managed to gather dozens of dolphins to help him save the ocean and leads his large group in a duel against Octopus and his master. The group lures their opponents, who are being controlled by ink, to the shores of the Red Island where Nahid's tears have been scattered. In this way they are able to free the fish from Octopus control and help them get back to normal. Now that the sea is no longer contaminated, Captain Marvelid decides to take a dip with his friends and Dolphin Boy and tends to finish what he started. The boy enlists the help of the animals he has saved to capture his enemies and stop them from continuing to threaten life in the ocean. In that instant the octopus is at the bottom of the sea, producing more ink to regain control of the creatures. But the two brothers don't intend to let that happen. While the animals unite to stop Octopus, Snowball and his brother concentrate on defeating their master, but end up being captured. All seem to be lost when the captain and his crew show up to help and attack the mutant octopus. At this point the creature begins to undergo modifications to its body and becomes even larger, acquiring a terrifying appearance. The monster then attacks Merverid's ship and easily destroys it, causing all the passengers to have to jump into the water to save themselves. At this point the creature is totally out of control and ends up devouring its own master. With the destruction of the ship, the sea is polluted by fuel, and lightning causes a huge fire in the water. Therefore the passengers must hitch a ride with the dolphins in order to escape. Just then, Dolphin Boy spots Octopus swimming toward the island and knows that if he gets there nothing else will be able to stop him. Then the boy makes a risky decision and asks his brother to look after his friends while he enlists the help of a whale to be thrown onto the island. Granny Zara and Nahid are about to be devoured when Dolphin Boy appears and jumps on the giant octopus head. Minutes later it begins to rain and no one knows where the monster has gone. Captain Rivera is worried about the boy and plays an instrument to call him wherever he is. Meanwhile Dolphin Boy is at the bottom of the ocean. The boy was badly injured in battle, but Nahid used all his power to save him and deliver him to his brother. After catching the boy, Snowball swims to the surface and hands his brother over to Captain Marvelid. The boy is unconscious, but with the help of his friend he manages to expel all the water from his lungs and breathe again. After going on this adventure that almost cost him his life, Dolphin Boy and his brother got a new family and started living on Red Island together with their friends. On the other hand, Octopus is back to being an octopus like any other and will now have to suffer the consequences of all the harm he has caused to the sea creatures. So what did you think of this movie? Leave it in the comments below, and if you like the video please like and subscribe to WOW Express.